How do you handle hecklers? Best
Oh,
heckler story?
I love hecklers.
You do?
I mean, don't do it
On purpose.
Don't do it to other people. And if you do it, it's like there's a boundary of it, but I like love doing crowd work. So I'm like, fucking bring it. It's annoying if someone's interrupted. If someone's drunk.
Someone interrupts the middle of a joke.
It's like, fuck, I'm like in the middle of this. But I have to, sometimes I just have to like break the fourth wall and be like, I got ADD, bitch. I can't handle this. Like, this isn't going to work for all of us if you keep doing this. I try my best to not get people kicked out. Like, I wait as long as I possibly can. If they're really disrupting the show, they'll go. But sometimes the show just becomes about them. And hopefully the audience, it's funny enough for the audience that they're not like, feel like they.
But you don't get intimidated. You don't get, you're like, let's go.
No. You can't, I don't think you should ever be mad on stage. If you show like anger or fear or something, it's like,
you ruin it.
Because you're in a position of power. These people are trusting you to be in the control of the audience. But I had a guy who, I'll tell you 2 heckler stories. This was the worst one. I was at the Comedy Store. This guy had been heckling the comedian before me and it was fucking pissing me off. I was fucking mad. I was fucking hyper vigilant. Like, I'm going to fuck this guy up. So I went on already pissed. And he was this like British guy, this older British guy who was wasted. And it was Halloween. And I just did kind of like a hacky your mom joke where I just went on, it's so weird like that you're here, you know, because I've been planning my costume. I was going to go as your mom for Halloween, but I really couldn't fit all the dicks in my mouth. It just wasn't big enough. And the man got so mad. It was hilarious. He got so pissed. So then he stands up. He's like, don't talk about my, and I'm cocky thinking security is around, but this was back in the day when the Comedy Store was not what it is now. It had a little lapse in security for a second, but I thought I was good. So I'm talking so much shit to this guy. He stands up and goes, don't ever talk about my mom. I go, oh my God, I didn't realize your mom was like that big of a whore that you thought I would actually know her. Like, I'm not even from your country.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, I'm not doubling down. Fuck you. You're running the show. So then he starts to charge the mound. Like, he's coming at me and I'm like, security. And they got him. Someone got him right before he got on the stage. But it was like, I almost got Will Smith
fucked.
Big time. But it would have been, even though I don't want to get hit, it would have been a very funny joke afterwards. That's another thing that's great about being a comedian. Any moment of discomfort becomes something great.
Right.
And then a fun one was I was in St. Louis and the club that I was at did not have food. So people were in full blackouts. They were wasted. But so I anticipated the second night. So I had the guy that was like working on my rider and stuff. I have an addition to my rider. I need 2 loaves of bread. So he brought me bread and butter. And so this girl kept heckling and I shoved bread in her mouth.
And she ate it.
Yeah. I was like, all right, you're in trouble now. Open your mouth, because she was wasted.
Were people dying?
It was the funniest thing in the world. And then I was just like I was like, who's hungry? I was just throwing pieces of bread out to everyone, like Frisbees. It was great. I have footage of it. I got to cut it up.
You have to cut
and
that
post
up.
it. It was great.